Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice, north, south, east, and west. This is the April 11th, 2023 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host and moderator and facilitator, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad that you can join us this evening. Glad that you decided to take an hour or so of your time this evening to join us and fellowship and talk and express your views and opinions. Thank you so much. We don't take that lightly. And we hope and pray that you had a good day today. And if not, we'll pray. Things going to get better. Because guess what? Uncle Mike had a rough day today. It was rough. Even within a few minutes of going on the air, it was rough though. But you see me, bless God, I'm here. The Lord took care of it though. Yes, even I have my days. Okay. Without further ado, let's get some salutations, shall we? Let's get some salutations. Let us know where you're from too. Mr. Singletary from the ATL, glad to have you, sir. Glad to have you. Kiki E, good evening to you. Yes. Reginald from North Carolina, glad to have you here. Valerie from Rocket City, great as always to have you here. Marcus from Bessemer, good to have you here, my friend. Robbie, great to have you here. I'm glad you're here with us. Chandra from South Alabama, good to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Queen Chaz, a good evening to you as well. Glad to have you here. Who else? Sherry from H-Town. Always a pleasure to have you here. Miss Williams. And kind of give me a phonetic give me a proper pronunciation of your first name, though. It's nice, though. Is it Mikhail? We're glad to have you here, ma'am, though. Let me see. Ebony. Always great to have you here. Margaret from the state of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, rather. Glad to have you here. Well, and she's in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. So, Charlene from the Sunshine State. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening. Amen to that. Carmelita from Birmingham metropolitan area. Good to have you here. Regina from the state of Wisconsin. Great to have you here. Tanya from Jacksonville, Florida. Always great to have you here. Let me see. Shirley, always good. Glad you can make us this evening. Glad you can make us this evening. Kiki from San Diego. Okay. Andrea, always a pleasure to have you here. Dolores Rucker, good to have you here. And again, Shirley from Illinois, the land of Lincoln. Okay. Michael, thank you, and forgive me for the mispronunciation. Yeah, okay. Teresa from North Carolina, good to have you. Annette Henley from the STL, great to have you here. Carla Roberts from District of Columbia, good to have you. Yvonne Rice from Virginia, I'm glad you're here with us tonight. Y'all coming in, that's fantastic. Barbara Callis also from Virginia, good to have you here. Buck from Texas, glad to have you here with us tonight. Angela Madison from Long Island, New York, great to have you here with us. South Dakota, well, it might be South Dakota, either San Diego or South Dakota or South Dolomite. It's one of those though, but glad to have you. Who else we got here? Okay, my apologies, South Dakota. I do apologize. Okay, you must gonna take a trip to San Diego one day. So, Evelyn from Georgia, from the Peach State. Great to have you here. And okay, I used to have been that way for 45 years. I mean, you're in Kentucky. Great to have you here. I think that's about it for now. Okay, glad to have you. We're gonna get started, y'all. We got a full lunch tonight. We got full dinner this night, though. We're gonna get started though. We're gonna see which one I'm gonna start with though. I know we're gonna get to the main one though. Uh okay, let's do this right here. This is almost kind of like a continuation from last week about being friends with someone that you like, or ex or what have you though. And but what if you know someone that you just crazy about? You just crazy about them. You haven't made your feelings known to them, but you know, I think the video can explain it better than I can. So y'all take it.
When you say I'm in love with someone who's in a relationship, you're not in love, because that human being is emotionally unavailable. You're in love with being unloved, because love is not in relationship with someone else. Love is in relationship and wants and desires only you. So when you say to me that I am in love with someone that is in a relationship with someone else, what you are in is deep longing. And you've got to ask yourself this question: what inside of me makes it okay for me and has me energetically attached to someone that will not prioritize me? And that's when you begin the healing journey of rediscovering your heart.
Wanting someone that's unavailable to you. Wanting someone that's unavailable to you. And so what do y'all think about that video? We're not going to be on this one too long, but what do y'all think about that video? Let me see what we got here, what the family got to say. Okay, she disagree with him. Okay, that's great. And what's on your mind with that? Good evening, Rita. Good evening, right there. Charlene said, "Wow, that was deep." Okay, okay. And the interesting thing he said was being in love with being unloved. That's pretty interesting, right there. I think that was a pretty interesting concept, though. Can you truly be in love with being unloved? How do y'all feel about that? Have y'all experienced something similar to being in love with being unloved? Okay, they are in love with the idea of being in love with that person. Okay, Yvonne, and that's pretty good. It almost sounds like it's fantasizing, though. And I understand what you're saying. It just sounds like they just saying, you know what? If I can't have that person in reality, I could just think about that person. I'm in love with that person, though. I guess that's one of the worst feelings to be in, though. Hey, Michelle, glad to have you. Buck says the guy might be leading her on, and that can open up to being led on right there. Teresa says, no, I agree with that. In love with being unloved. And that's kind of I don't know. That's a kind of unusual concept, though. Maybe people got so used to being unloved, though. Maybe they don't know anything else, though. Uh, they in love, but the love is not reciprocated. That's true. But that doesn't fall on people. All people being unloved, excuse me, not being reciprocated does not result in a lot of people being in love with being unloved. And I hope I get that right. Y'all straighten me out. Andrea, dysfunction is a learned habit that can be unlearned. Therapy is a great tool. Can, yeah. I disagree, not agree. Okay. Carla, in love versus loving. Unloved is more of a concept. Emotional, leading with your heart versus your head. Okay. Good evening, Sonia from Queens. And my internet acting up too, so I could tell though. So be patient with me. Yeah, I'm still on America AOL. So okay, Regina, Regina, glad to have you here. Love those glasses. In love with the hopes of one day being loved by that person. In a way, I think in a moment of transparency, I have been in that position several times, just thinking, well, one day she gonna love me. One day she gonna, accept my good qualities. Just one day, year after year after year after year. And guess what? Nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. And that's one of the most heartbreaking things to deal with, though. You in love with the hopes, but it never happens. I like what you had to say right there. Yvonne, is it infatuation? Because I would think being in love with someone would have to be reciprocated. Mm-hmm. Margaret says, could be low self-esteem. I agree with you. I agree with that right there. Dial up. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, me too. Okay. Good evening, Theodora. Glad to have you. Good evening, Kathy. Good evening. Good evening, Terry. Angela Madison from Long Island. Some people can't accept love. They only want, excuse me, the image of love, not the responsibility of love. They often cause the drama that ruins relationships because they don't recognize love coming their way. Phew, that's deep right there. They've been so, I guess, in love with being unloved that they can't recognize real love or true love when it comes at them. I like that right there. Tanya, I think the video was spot on. If they don't want you, move on. On paper, that makes sense. On paper, that makes plenty of sense. But in practice, who does that? I mean, well, let me rephrase that. Not everyone does that. You're going to have those people, just like I said earlier. They're going to be hoping and hoping and hoping that, yeah, they're going to come and get me. They're going to realize that I'm a good thing. So, yeah, I get you right there. Uh, uh, Sis Williams, if you're living in past hurt, loving someone unavailable may protect them from getting hurt. That's a good point right there. That's a great point right there. Kitty, good to have you here. Shirley, I agree that something has to be wrong if you are knowingly uh, in love with someone who is emotionally unavailable to you, and that breakup it can take time for that love to go away and dissolve. However, once they show they are involved with someone else, you must start to work on your healing to detach. It's not healthy to seek healing. Okay, y'all give me a few seconds though. I want to make sure my okay, great. Let's make sure everything's plugged up. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's great. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Pastor, it's a very unhealthy situation emotionally in bondage. Absolutely. And you know what else? You're in bondage. And sadly, you're the only one that has the key. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. Okay. Well, that's a tough situation to be in. That's a tough situation to be in. And I don't know how many of you have tried to wait. I mean, if you want to let us know, I don't know how many of you tried to wait on that someone, the object of your desire, to quote come around and say, "Hey, you're a good person. You look a good person." Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. I always like compliments. Hold up. She says, "You looking good, Mike. What did you do different?" Sorry. No, you all right. Hey, thank you. Like I said, I had a rough day today, but That's the Lord took care of me right there. Whew. But I show enough appreciate that. Thank you so much. Emotional connections are strong and tough to break. Absolutely. Absolutely, very much. And it's been over a year for me. Okay. Well, I could say this though. Not gonna dwell on this too much unless y'all got more to say. That's a bad place to be. And in the interim, while you're waiting for that person to come around, guess what? Guess what? You done missed other people that were interested in you. And that's a sad commentary right there. You missed out on good relationships, possible help meets, or what have you, because you still focus on that one person. You wanting that person that does not, however that is, that doesn't want you. Okay? Like, let me get a little along with this. Marcus says, no, I can't see myself being emotionally attached to someone who is unavailable. It is not healthy for me to put myself in this scenario, thinking she's not into me. Okay. Yes. Life be life. Right. Hard. Yes. Okay. Well, that's a bad situation. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a bad, super bad situation. So, guess what? Okay. That's a good point right there. Coveting. That's a good point right there. So, okay. You know what, folks? We're gonna move on. This kind of make this a little appetizer right here. Okay. We're gonna move on to the main event. The reason why y'all here. This is gonna be, I don't know how y'all gonna take this though, but this is gonna be interesting though. So up next, you remember last week where we had this? Let me see. I'll show it to you. Remember last week we had the topic. We had this topic last week. I'm your wife, not your child. Remember we talked about that last week? And we showed a video from this particular fella. And I'm gonna replay it for y'all, okay? So y'all can get a gist and a context of what I'm about to do. So
if a man has a healthy understanding that women are children and you are not in this adversarial back and forth with an adult, you're in this back and forth with a 7-year-old. So imagine you having a daughter and your daughter comes up and says, you broke, you're this and that. You're going to be like, what are you talking about? What do you want? Come here. Why are you so mad? You're literally going to comfort her because you mad about something. You're not mad at me. What's really bothering you? And you're actually going to comfort her. The same thing with your lady. When she starts talking all kinds of crazy stuff or whatever, she's not mad at you. You triggered her and she's now in regression and she's literally talking to her mother or her father. And she's a 7-year-old child in regression. So all she really wants is for you to be like, you know what? Come here. What's going on? Talk to me. She doesn't want to argue. She wants attention. She wants to be heard. She wants to feel safe.
Yep. Okay. Well, and I don't know the gentleman's name. I feel bad by not knowing his name though. But he strikes again. He has been in another video, which is the basis of our main event for tonight. Y'all take a listen.
Do you feel like more mothers are choosing to have the government assist them with raising their children than a man?
Yes.
Yes. And you feel like that if they had a choice, they wouldn't choose to be co-parenting with the father of their children. You don't think that they would prefer to have that help?
Well, you got to look at it like this. I'm talking about marriage. So they're preferring to go against marriage and just be.
I was married.
Huh? I was.
And I stand by what I'm going to say now.
Okay.
Even the women that do receive that assistance, I argue it's the absent fathers that is actually receiving the assistance. Because the government is only doing the job that they're neglecting to do. So if you sit here and you say that women are getting WIC and Title IX and this, that, and the other, actually, it's the fathers that's getting it, because if they was giving more than $35 a week for child support, then they wouldn't need a Section 8 voucher.
Come on, it's almost like that's a fatherless home.
SBC, the SBC family, what say you? What say you? I know this is a rhetorical question, the title, though. What are your thoughts? Boy, I know. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Kitty says, what a load of nonsense. That's an understatement right there. Yep, understandable. Yvonne, there's so much to unpack. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sonia, he sounds very stupid. I don't know where he gets these. I don't know where he gets it. Maybe he's doing that just to get a rise out of people, to be viral. I don't know, but I really hope he doesn't think that way, though. That's kind of, yeah. Wait, well, we talking about, wait. We talking about, yes, the child falling in the state. That's what we talking about. Okay. Wow. Yes. Say that. Say that. So, Carmelita, you agree, or you agreeing with the fella that straightened them out? Which I think, that's what I think. But let me know. Princess, yeah, that is true. Barbara. Let me get this. Barbara, those words, here we go. Those words speaks for itself. What can we say? Yeah, nothing too much we can say. Tanya, that's some bad psycho babble. Oh boy, man. That was about the other video. I'm lost. Okay. The guy who, yeah, absolutely right there. Lack of knowledge is a good way to sum this up. Yes. Straight foolery. Yes. Yeah. Right there. Tarla, he makes no sense. Where does he even think it makes sense that a single mother prefers to have the government take care of her child? I wonder if he has kids that he doesn't take care of. And that's something to think about right there. Because, I mean, I don't think, and nothing wrong with being on government assistance. I say this right now. I'll say this in public on a microphone. There's nothing wrong with being on government assistance. But do you think anyone just in this situation with children, do you think they really choose to be on public assistance as opposed to having the child's father step up and do what he needs to do? You know, I don't know too many people about that. Y'all help me. Welfare, SNAP benefits, anything, you know. He sounds like he has some childhood trauma that he needs to seek help for. I agree. Why is the conversation not about how to create safe homes for the children? If he's that concerned about women rather have the government foot the bill instead of the father, then maybe he should do something about it. Evelyn, that man is delusional. He sounds like he has pulled incorrect date and pushing it to be true. Okay. Mothers prefer to have a co-parent. Again, who doesn't? Absolutely. Doing what he has to do. Marcus. Tom Wills, I scratched my head. I totally agree with you with that statement. Kitty. Actually, there are people who choose to be on public since they get more than one than they from another parent. Okay. Incorrect data. Okay. He bought into that whole Ronald Reagan welfare queen bull crap. Yes. Mm-hmm. Keena said the answer is always take custody if you have issues. And that's the case. If he's having issues, and like someone else mentioned earlier, we wonder, do he have any kids? And how is he taking care of them? So he is lost. The government is just giving you back your money. That is why it is public. We all pay into it, whether we use it or not. Oh, y'all coming in. Thank you so much. Well, if you're going to lay down with a good for nothing man, or you kind of looking for the government to raise the kids, I'm just saying we need to talk more about that, making better decisions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sonia, he has to be doing this to get a rise. What woman in their right mind would prefer the government over the father of their child? We would rather be a family than have the government assist us. And if we are not together, we would want the father to be there physically, mentally, and financially, if they can be. Okay, Sis Callis, women sometimes don't have a choice. The children need to be taken care of. Of that part, I disagree with. Okay, Princess, why would a mother choose to have to show the state everything in their life, and then they act like the money is coming out their pocket and not from the state? Let me think about the movie Claudine. You know, I didn't choose. My son's father couldn't even pay $25 a week. I would have loved to have my son have a father in his life. Mm-hmm. Government assistance does not mean you should not pay child support. Yep, yep, yep. Assistance takes to child support. Okay. And I don't know where he get this stuff from. I don't know where he get this line of thinking from. You know, maybe he's been rejected. Who knows? I don't know what to say. Carmelita, that's true. So I don't know where he comes from with this stuff though. And it's insulting, because if you notice how the sisters was looking, they was about to ready to run him out that studio. So he's a brave somebody. Maybe he has some issues, like we said though. Yep, he needs therapy. He needs something for him to be brave, that bold, and just say that, to generalize. Buck says, my ex-husband, a soldier and in a whole other country, but he pays child support and send her money separately. Ebony says, as long as he keeps getting airtime, he would. And you know what? That's why I'm thinking though, right there. That's why I'm thinking. But hey, he makes the show so easy though. Okay, it was very insulting. Yes, it was. It was very insulting. And it makes me wonder, how was he raised up? How was he brought up? Was his family on government assistance when he was growing up? Is he on government assistance today? So that's one of those things though. I don't know. I just hope he doesn't have any children. I hope he doesn't. But Pamela. Yeah, I don't know if I want to play that video again or not though. But probably now. We already looked at him enough already though. He already been in 2 videos though. I understand that some women are very greedy. True that. There's good and bad in everything. I worked for the state, and there were many who needed the assistance and those who used it to their benefit. The men still has to pay it back eventually. I'm quite sure the real mothers would want the fathers in their children's lives. And that's true. And that's true. That's very true. So it's a slippery slope when we talk about this right here. When we talking about, let me see this. If he do have kids, maybe his kid's mother seen what type of a person he is and decided she'd rather get assistance. That's possible, Sonia. That is very possible. That's extremely possible. So maybe she was saying like, hey, this fella nuts. You know, I'd rather deal with the state than to deal with him. Sometimes people are just put in there. Yes, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. 19 years married and divorced. And sorry to hear that though. Well, it's a sad situation. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's a sad situation. And at the end of the day, the biggest loser are the children. You know, they lose. They're the biggest loser. They the one that have to suffer because of, you know, him making statements like that. And then maybe people who are being greedy though. Wait a minute. Dr. Wilbank says there's another possibility of him having an absentee father. And that could be. Truly take care of your responsibilities. Yep. You know, wait, let me go back to this. I think about Lean on Me. You know, wherever that girl, she found out she was pregnant. She told the dude, well, you need to take care of your responsibilities. You know, that's just me. You know, I'm a movie buff. So, oh, well, here we go. I think that's about it on that. Unless y'all got something else, we can move on to the next one, which, okay. Okay, let me get this. Nowadays, guys are to jail for not paying child support. And again, a felony depends on how much they owe. And that's true. That is true. If you don't pay, they'll put you in jail. You can lose your certified driver's license. It's a lot of stuff that can happen. Wages can be garnished if you married, at least in the state of Alabama. If you're married, the guy and his wife wages are both garnished to take care of the child support. So it's something like I said, and if anybody can correct me though, because you know I think states may vary. Yeah. Good evening though. So if any of y'all can correct me on that, but yep. Again, that's a terrible situation. Yeah. Or suspending their license, then they can't work. And then how you gonna get the money? Yeah. Yes, in the state of Alabama, yes, they do. Unless there's someone in here know about any changes that's happened in the state of Alabama and in some other states. They go on both of their incomes and they garnish, I guess, the total. Just say he's paying $200 a month child support. Now, if he was just a single person, they would take $200 out of his money. But since he's married, take $100 out of his money, $100 out of her money, $200. I know that sounds wild though. And again, if there's anyone out there can correct me, please do. And I know it's not that way in every state, but I know some states though. Alabama definitely included. Yep, that's what happens. Yep, that's what happens. So okay, for that reason. Okay, that's why you have to be careful who you marry in Alabama. Ain't that the truth? Marry somebody with 33 children. Well, you broke then. Yep, she was like that. Exactly. My daughter's father got his license taken away for not paying child support. Most states will take the spouse's income to pay the child support. Be careful who you marry. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Pamela, yeah, you're right. I have heard of that. That's something. Again, be careful who you marry. Uh-oh. Yep. And then check out where you live. You know what? Yeah. Check up on the laws where you at and just look it up. But definitely don't come to Alabama, though. You know, they'll take every penny you get. Okay. Okay, folks. I'm gonna move on though. I'm gonna move on. Wait a minute. Y'all got some more right here. Yep. They will take the spouse's income into account in Texas as well. Okay. Don't file joint taxes. Okay. Uh they do that in Pennsylvania. Uh-huh. What's hers is his, and what is his is hers. I got my ex-husband's bad credit. Wow. Sonia, my answer to that is if they have kids, make sure they are grown. And again, in some states, sometimes it goes all the way to age 24, depending if they go into college or what have you, 22 or 24. So it can vary. Each state can vary though. So, and again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. I would like to see a video that you can send it. Which video? That crazy video I just showed you for this topic. Okay, we can do that though. Okay. Oh, y'all coming in. Let me do this. Okay, New York City is 21, so grown doesn't mean anything. See, there you go. There you have it. Okay, we're gonna move on, folks. We're gonna move on to this next topic. And it's a pretty interesting topic. I'm just gonna put the topic up here right now. I need a hug. I learned something new over the weekend, and this is this video is from last year. A concept called, I guess, touch starvation. Touch starvation. Okay, so I'm gonna play the video for y'all. So y'all just sit back and take a listen.
But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't. How do you deal with that? I really like need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me. Right? But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with like I don't get hugs. That shit is it could be like maybe a hello, whatever, maybe. But it's not enough. I don't know how. How am I gonna go the rest of my life like this?
And again, the topic, I need a hug. Is this something legit, or this just something out of the blue? I just say this, and I won't pick on anyone though. She seems to be an attractive young lady, what have you. Now, I don't know how she is mentally and emotionally though. I don't see how she cannot get a hug from someone. And I don't get that. Maybe I'm missing something. And I must be really missing something. Well, let me see what the family got to say about this. Okay, here we go. And kind of give us our thoughts. Have you ever dealt with what is it, touch starvation? Well, now I can understand that. Maybe let me back up. I may have to take my words back though. Yeah, I think I've dealt with that, especially during this pandemic though. I guess you want to be touched or what have you. And I guess everybody deal with it in their certain way. So I had to kind of take that back right there. Okay. Let me see this. Let me see what the family got to say. Okay. Let me see. We got that. Oh, I got you. Oh. Are you talking about a hug? Uh-oh. Oh, boy, y'all starting. Okay. Me too, send a virtual hug. Okay. Uh no, thank you for being here. You're quite welcome. Thank you for being here. I have been there. I can understand. This I don't know. I don't know whether or not she has any children. Hadn't seen anything on her account though. So I didn't think I had touch starvation till 3 years after my divorce. Okay. And I met a guy that was so attractive. It was nice, but I don't want anything serious as I'm focusing on me and my daughter. Okay. Uh, I love a good hug. Remember those cuddle groups that people were doing pre-COVID? People joked about it, but I got it. You know what? I'm glad you said that. I think pre-COVID, they used to have these occupations. These people would rent someone or rent somebody's time that they would snuggle with them for about, or with a nap for about an hour or so, and it probably paid good money. So, and I need some extra money though. So I'm going to look into that right there. Wow. Oh, wow. Yep. Tala. Sometimes a stranger can hug and it can mean more than from a family. She just needs to know how much God loves her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Was this before everything started opening back? This was done. This was after. This was after. This was definitely after. Okay. Okay. I wouldn't call it touch starvation, but her loneliness and desire for human contact makes sense. Thank y'all. Yvonne, this is sad. Her love language must be touch, but what she is experiencing goes much deeper than that. Go to church. They hug a bunch for free. They even tell you God loves you. I can understand that. And maybe she just missing that loving hug, not necessarily being the eros. You know, she might be missing that fellowship hug. I don't know. I know I'm missing that eros hug. It is out there. I'm missing that. So definitely agree. Y'all coming in. Does not her family hug her? Okay, I didn't hear. Well, no, you didn't miss anything. I don't know if she's in the same area with her family or what have you, though. So I really can't comment too much right there. That's a good question, though. That's a good question right there. Okay. I think touch deprivation is real. If you are doing life alone, no friends, family. Mm, mm, mm. Now that is bad right there. I agree with you. She should seek therapy because she's obviously overwhelmed and may need help to verbalize what's happening inside her. Absolutely. I agree with that. Annette, sometimes I too need a hug from someone other than family. I agree. Hey, y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. Tia from KC, glad to have you. That's real. Early pandemic, it was bad for lots of singles. Whew. Wasn't it bad? Sis Williams, glad to have you here. It's a real thing. Humans need touch. However, I think she's dealing with other trauma too, because she said those people don't love me. Wow. And when she said that, she was more talking about, then maybe you did hear it, but she was talking about people who would do her hair, nails, massage parlors, or what have you, though. So, but then again, who knows? Who knows? I understand I've been a widow for over 4 years. I'm so sorry about that. And a love hug is needed. Thank God for my children. Oh, wow. If her love language is touch and aren't in it, relationship, it can happen. Aren't in any relationships, it can happen. I think we all have been there. There's a difference between a hug from your family, then there's that intimate hug. What you say, what you say, what you say. I can understand what she's saying. After my husband passed, I have struggled with that. Thank God that I have sons and many people who love and hug on me. I am so sorry about that. Let me see. Yep. Attentive, not attractive, although he was. The hug of a child is not the same. Neither is the hug from a stranger in church. I think she wants adult human contact from someone who loves her. And again, we're not talking about family love. I think she's talking about romantic love, and nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, people do get paid for the hugging. I think it's called cuddle hug therapy. I'm going to look that up, y'all. Sometimes you're going through so much in life that you need that special person to notice and just hug or hold you. Y'all coming in here. That's good. I think maybe this happened during COVID, not necessarily to being that maybe she was living alone during this time. Excuse me. That was a hard time for me. And I'm sure for other people too. I need some water, y'all. This is water, not gin. Okay. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that. It's not good for humans to be alone. She may be alone in life. This could be a husband that's neglecting her. I don't think she's married. But then again, hey, you don't know. I didn't do a deep dive into her personal life. So, hey, you might be right on that. In fact, you know what? You hit on something, because I know there's people who married, but they still strangers. That's one of the worst things to see, to witness. You married, but you still fall apart in the same house. Yeah, people get hugged. Okay. Get a pet. No, that's a difference, Charlene. No, that's a bit insensitive too. No, that's not the same. Not even close. Nadalin, glad to have you. We all need touch, hugs, human desire, touch. Okay. Let me see. Mine is act of service, your love language. Read it. Mike, get me started. I can use an Eros hug right about now. You, we heard it. What did you hear? You did hear it. Hey, Shabella, glad to have you here. My girls has been giving me them smacking sounds. Okay. Wow. Well, let's just pray for the young lady, though. She's dealing with and she's going through some things, going through some tough stuff. And we don't know, I know I could use that hug, especially after I had my breakup last year. I know I could use that amongst other things, though. But okay, in any matter, we're gonna move on to our last one. It's gonna be a quick one, y'all. And I'm gonna need y'all help with this, though. Okay, so Make sure y'all jump in this real good. Found a meme just today, and I'm gonna show it to y'all right. I can get to it right here. It says, "Give me one song only that means a lot to you, and I will listen to it. Then I will know you much better." And I guess they're giving you instructions to name the one song that means a lot to you, to the person that you're interested in. Okay? Can y'all do that? Give me one song only that means a lot to you. I will listen to it, then I will know you much better. How many songs do y'all have, though? Let me put this up here. So, how many songs do y'all have? You know, I could definitely tell you my song. Y'all can listen to it. I got to find the. Yeah, here we go. I know one song. This is my song. Uh, please don't be misunderstood. Nina Simone. I love that song. Hers is the slow version, but now the fast version is by the Animals. Please, but I like Nina Simone's version much better though. It's slow and it describes me. At least I think it describes me. You know, and I know y'all got a lot to choose from though. So, well, we off to the races. We got some. I see this. Ooh, let me get. Let me get this here. Let me get. Y'all got some up here. Let me see. Under his mistake. Okay. Sonia said, "Oh, there's so too many." Hey, I understand that. When I found you. Okay. If this world was mine. Okay. We all have plenty of songs. Sometimes it depends on state. It depends though. But just name one though. Name one. You know, that's for the fun. Hey, Stephanie, Pieces of Me by Let It. Is it Leticia Lettuce? I don't know. I don't have one. Yes, you do. You just don't want to admit it though. You know. Okay. Cold World by Carl Thomas. Okay. When I Found You in Steady Love. Something Stupid by Nancy and Frank Sinatra. Uh, Somebody to Love. Find me somebody to love. Yeah, okay. Interesting choice right there. I know I can't sing, so I won't change my life. More than enough. Okay, I like that. Love will be waiting for real. Okay. NDRE, Ready for Love. Okay. Barton, my friend, how you doing? So Amazing by Luther Vandross. She's a brick house. Oh. I heard that right there. You cutting up today, ain't you? Name us the song. Well, I'm gonna look at it. I'll look it up though. Blessed by Charlie Wilson featuring T.I. Oh, y'all got some good ones coming in though. I think that might be the last one though. Probably so. What was the question? Well, we about to get ready to go. What was the question? I just do it. What was the question? I put it back up here again. Oops. Let me take this off. I'm just batting 1,000 tonight. Come on here. Give me a song. Oh man. I'm really bad. Give me one song only that means a lot to you. I will listen to it, then I will know you much better. Okay, that's the question. Let me go back to the comments right quick. Whew. Okay, please don't. No. Let me see. I need to block some people. I love you forever. Okay, make me ready. Okay. These 3 words, okay? Y'all making an SBC playlist. Dance with My Father again. Oh, wow. 2 minutes songs to choose from because I list all. That's fine. Let's try one, you know. Let's try one. Let me see. Forever, for always, for love. I hear you. I broke the windows out of your. Okay. Together by Shy. Okay. Y'all getting some good ones in, though. I'll probably give y'all one more minute. Oh, tonight is the night. Okay. A ribbon in the sky. Forever. That's a good one. Like I said, Start Back at One by Brian McKnight. That also hits me. Okay. I guess you talking about one of the songs. Okay, we got about 30 seconds left. Yeah, y'all be saying some anything up there, Sister Tanya. Evergreen by Barbara Streisand. Okay. Uh OMG. OMG. I love it here. Jay Morris Group. Okay. Sade. It is a crime. Okay. Is that look like okay? I have nothing. Nothing. Whitney Houston. Lady in Red. Are you talking about how many versions of that? Okay. I want this to be my wedding song. Okay. We're gonna end right. We should end right there. You're once, twice, three times a lady, and I love you. On the Wings of Love. For y'all coming in. I hope you dance by Gladys Knight. Okay. Okay. Soldier. You know what? I love that song, Rita. I love that song right there. I could just hear it in my mind right now. You got good taste in music, ma'am. You got good taste in music. Eric Bennington. When the last time we saw him? That's a good one, though. Love is Stronger. No. A House by Luther. Y'all coming in. Oops. Love is Stronger Than Pride. Sade. Pearls. Sade. Okay. You Bring Me Joy. LL. Put your back into it. Excel. Changed by the Hawkins family. Yes, Eric Benet. Okay, anything by him. Thank you. Yeah, I love that song. That was 2000. Fortunate. Okay, Breakfast. Can't wait. Well, not if you're hungry. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Okay, it's two songs. I think I know which one you're talking about, though. Was it Cool in the Game? That's what I'm thinking about right there. Okay, y'all finish? If y'all finish, that's it, y'all. No. Y'all still coming in. Make me say it again. I just want to choose you, BB and Cece. You went way back. We're gonna do two more. Submerge and Darlene Concentrate by LTD. Folks, that is it, y'all. That's it right there. That is it. We out of time. We so much out of time, though. Y'all been good. Thank you so much. We gotta do these announcements now. Don't go anywhere. We got these announcements. Coming up next at 1:30. Yeah, we got time. 1:30. We're gonna have Tuesday night after party. We're going to talk about this and more topics we talked about, talk about these songs, just talk about everything. So make sure you join us at 1:30, or like I said, 25 minutes from now. And on Saturday, the Saturday Night Social, this is the week of the Saturday Night Social. We had a great time last time, and we got to finish these questions. We're going to still talk about dealing with being single. So, it's great. It's great. Y'all need to join us. And we'll be back for another another episode of SBC Tuesday Talk, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. People, that's it. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. And if there's nothing else, If it's the Lord's will, we see you later. Y'all take care. See you later. Alligator.